नमः सर्वेभ्यः। राम राम राम। शुभ मंगलवासरः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। पठामि संस्कृतं नित्यं वदामि संस्कृतं सदा। ध्यायामि संस्कृतं सम्यक् वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। वन्दे संस्कृतमातरम्। नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अद्य प्रवेशस्थलस्य अन्तिमवर्गः झटिति पुनस्मरणं करिष्यामः। प्रवेशः इति प्रथमस्तरे वर्णमाला वर्णानां संयोजनं स्वराः व्यञ्जनानि अयोगवाहाः गुणिताक्षराणि संयुक्त अक्षराणि स्वराः स्वयं राजते इति स्वरः। These are the vowels. व्यञ्जनानि अयोगवाहाः अस्माभिः ज्ञातमेव। अत्र कः पः इति भवति। विसर्गस्य अनन्तरं क वर्गः, विसर्गस्य अनन्तरं प वर्गः, अम् अह चत्वारि अक्षराणि अयोगवाहाः इति उच्यन्ते। गुणिताक्षराणि स्वर व्यञ्जनयोः योजनं गुणिताक्षरं ककाकिकि इति। संयुक्त अक्षरं परीक्षायां निश्चयेन भवति एव। अत्र पश्यतु, स्वर अक्षरं ह्रस्वस्वराः एकमात्रकः, दीर्घस्वराः द्विमात्रकः, प्लुतस्वराः त्रिमात्रकः त्रिमात्रः। अत्र कृष्णा इति संबोधनं भवति चेत् मात्रत्रयं भवति। अनुस्वारः विसर्गः जिह्वामूलीयः उपध्मानीयः। विसर्गस्य अनन्तरं क ख, विसर्गस्य अनन्तरं प फ। अनुस्वाराः अम् आम् इति। अत्र बिन्दु अक्षराणाम् उपरि भवति। विसर्गः अत्र कोलन् इति अक्षरस्य अनन्तरं भवति। उदाहरणं जिह्वामूलीयः प्रातः कालः, उपध्मानीयः पुनः पुनः। व्यञ्जनानि वर्गीयव्यञ्जनानि अवर्गीयव्यञ्जनानि। अत्र अन्तस्थाः ऊष्माणः इति 8 अवर्गीयव्यञ्जनानि सन्ति। क च ट त प इति 25 वर्गीयव्यञ्जनानि सन्ति। गुणिताक्षराणि स्वर व्यञ्जनयोः मेलनं भवति। इक् प्लस् अ, इक् प्लस् उ, कु इति प्रति व्यञ्जन अक्षरे भवति एव। गुणिताक्षरं समाप्तम्। अन्तिम भेदः अत्र संयुक्त अक्षरं, यत्र व्यञ्जनयोः योजनं भवति संयुक्त अक्षरम् इति उच्यते। कानिचित् स्थलेषु अत्र नूतन रूपं भवति। न्यू सिंबल क्ष त्र श्र इत्त इद्द इति। इन्त हाफ अर्ध प्रथम व्यञ्जन अक्षरस्य अर्ध रूपम्, अनन्तरं पूर्णरूपम् इन्त इति भवति। प्रथम व्यञ्जनस्य अधः लेखनं भवति इङ्क इति। प्रथमरूपस्य कानिचित् स्थले अत्र इर्रेग्युलर् पोसिशन् क्लोस् टु द फस्ट् कान्सोनेंट इद्ध इति भवति। प्रथमं रेफः भवति चेत् अत्र वर्णस्य उपरि आर्क् भवति, एकरूपं भवति। न चेत् रेखा भवति अत्र लेफ्ट स्लैंटिंग स्ट्रोक यति अर्कः क्रमः इति उदाहरणम् प्रथमम् अस्माभिः पदपरिचयः पठितः पदम् इत्युक्ते वर्ड वर्णानां योजनम् a group of अक्षरम्स form a word पदानि भिन्न भिन्न रूपेषु भवन्ति नामपदं क्रियापदं सर्वनामपदम् अव्ययपदं पदानां योजनं वाक्यम् इति उच्यते the group of words make a sentence पदपरिचये पुल्लिङ्गः स्त्रीलिङ्गः नपुंसकलिङ्गः संस्कृतभाषायाः महत्त्वम् एव it is unique also पुल्लिङ्गः स्त्रीलिङ्गः नपुंसकलिङ्गः अत्र वचनत्रयम् अपि भवति एक द्वि बहु I hope I'm trying in Sanskritam. I hope everybody is able to grasp the Punasmaranam. At least by this time you should be able to understand or get what I am trying to convey. Stop me if this is too much. प्रथमम् अस्माभिः णत्व नियमः पठितः यत्र नि भवति यत्र णि भवति इति निमित्तम् इत्युक्ते कॉस् निमित्तत्रयं सन्ति रेफः शकारः ऋकारः एतेषाम् अक्षराणाम् अनन्तरं नकारः भवति चेत् नकारस्य णकार परिवर्तनं भवति यथा कर्णः कृष्णः पितॄणाम् पदस्य अन्ते नकारः भवति चेत् परिवर्तनं न भवति अन्य नियमः अपि सन्ति निमित्तवर्णस्य अनन्तरं स्वराः हयव क वर्गः प वर्गः भवन्ति चेत् पुनः नकारस्य णकार परिवर्तनं भवति यथा रामेण पुष्पाणि गृहाणि रश्मिना इति पदमस्ति चेत् अत्र रेपः अस्ति किन्तु शकारः अत्र न अस्ति हयव एव तदर्थं नकार णकार परिवर्तनं न भवति पुल्लिंग शब्द परिचयः यथा प्रथमा विभक्तिः बालकः बालकौ बालकाः प्रतिलिंगे अस्माभिः प्रथमपाठे एव सर्वनामपदं कथं भवति इति पठितं सः एषः अयं प्रश्नवाचकः कः आङ्ग्लभाषायां who is that boy who is that girl iti who iti padam asti चेत् who समानं भवति किन्तु संस्कृत भाषायाम् अत्र कः बालकः का बालिका किं पुष्पम् अथवा किं मित्रम् इति प्रश्नः यथा पदं भवति तथैव प्रश्नः अपि भवति the question also takes the form of the padade स्त्रीलिंगः बालिका बालिके बालिकाः समानं सा एषा इयं का अत्र सः एषः अयं कः सा एषा इयं का नपुंसकलिंगे फलं फले फलानि तत् एतत् इदं किम् अयम् इयम् इदं मनसि क्लेशः भवति मनसि स्थापयतु इयं सीता मम पुत्री रामायणतः इयम् इत्युक्ते स्त्रीलिङ्गपदं भवति then you will remember अयं पुल्लिङ्गपदं भवति इदं नपुंसकलिङ्गपदं भवति क्रियापदं वाक्य निर्माणं भवति चेत् अत्र नामपदम् आवश्यकं क्रियापदम् आवश्यकम् एकनामपदम् एक क्रियापदस्य योजनं कृत्वा वाक्यनिर्माणं भवितुमर्हति you just need one noun and one verb the boy runs she sings नामपदम् अथवा सर्वनामपदं क्रियापदं मिलित्वा अत्र वाक्यनिर्माणं भवति। क्रिया इत्युक्ते action, आङ्ग्लभाषायां verb, संस्कृतभाषायां क्रियापदस्य रूट् अत्र धातुः इति उच्यते। पठति, पठ धातुः, लिखति, लिख धातुः, पतति, पथ धातुः। समानं भवति, बहवः धातवः सन्ति। प्रथमलकारः लट् लकारः, प्रेजेंट टेन्स, वर्तमानकालः। पठति, पठतः, पठन्ति, पठसि, पठतः, पठत, पठामि, पठावः, पठामः। अत्र मध्यमपुरुषः उत्तमपुरुषः सर्वदा त्वं, युवां, यूयम्, अहम्, आवां, वयम् एव भवति। आङ्ग्ल भाषायाम् अत्र प्रथमपुरुषः थर्ड पर्सन भवति। आङ्ग्लभाषायां फर्स्ट पर्सन इत्युक्ते ऐ, किन्तु उत्तमपुरुषः संस्कृतभाषायां फर्स्ट पर्सन। सो अहं पठामि, पठामि इत्युक्ते अत्र कर्ता सर्वदा अहम् एव। पठामः, खादामः भवति चेत् सर्वदा वयम् इति कर्ता एव, कर्तृपदम्। कर्तृपदम् इस् द डूअर। आत्मनेपदी धातु यथा वन्द् धातु उदाहरणं स्वीकृत्य अस्माभिः पठितं। वन्दते, वन्देते, वन्दन्ते, वन्दसे, वन्देथे, वन्दध्वे, वन्दे, वन्दावहे, वन्दामहे। चत्वारः लकाराः सन्ति प्रवेशा स्तरे। सो वी हैव रेड 4 लकारास्। लट् लकारः, लङ् लकारः, लोट् लकारः, लिट् लकारः। का वदति? What is each of the lakara? Who can tell me? चत्वारः लकारः, चत्वारः लकाराः के के? वर्णनं किम् इति? जयश्री भगिनी वदतु।
नमस्कारः भगिनी।
नमस्कारः।
लट् लकार इज वर्तमान काल और प्रेजेंट टेंस। लङ् लकार इज पास्ट टेंस और भूतकालः।
उत्तमम्।
लोट् लकार इज इम्परेटिव और प्रेरणा और एंड ल्यूट् लकार इज फ्यूचर टेंस और भविष्यत् काल।
लृट् लकारः।
लृट् लकार।
उत्तमं, सम्यक् भगिनि।
थैंक यू।
प्रतिलकारे आत्मनेपदी परस्मैपदी इति द्वयरूपम् अस्माभिः, रूपद्वयम् अस्माभिः पठितम्। सर्वे जानन्ति इति मन्ये। I hope everybody knows the lakaras. You will definitely have questions based on that. अनन्तरं विभक्तिः, यत्र क्रियापदं नामपदम् अस्ति, क्रियापद नामपदस्य सम्बन्धः कः इति विभक्तिः वर्णयति। What is the relationship between the noun and the verb? सप्त विभक्तयः सन्ति। प्रथमा विभक्तिः यत्र कर्ता भवति, द्वितीया विभक्तिः कर्मपदं भवति यत्र करणं प्रयुज्य क्रिया भवति। तृतीया विभक्तिः दानक्रिया। चतुर्थी विभक्तिः अपादानं फ्रम्। पंचमी विभक्तिः यत्र सम्बन्धः भवति। षष्ठी विभक्तिः अधिकरणं। सप्तमी विभक्तिः नामपद क्रियापदस्य सम्बन्धः विभक्तिः वर्णयति। So vibhakti defines vibhaktihi namapada kriyapadayoho sambandham varnayati. It shows the relationship between the namapadam and the kriyapadam. Prathama vibhaktihi idanimeva drishta. Dvitiya vibhaktau kanichana रूपम् अस्ति। कानिचन रूपाणि सन्ति। अत्र अधि अभितः परितः उभयतः विना एतानि पदानि वाक्येषु भवन्ति चेत् अत्र द्वितीया विभक्तिः एव भवति। अत्र अधि अधि प्रयुज्य वसति तिष्ठति। So vasati tishtati in general Angila bhashayam Lakshmi lives on iti अनुवादः भवति, किन्तु अत्र सप्तमी विभक्ति प्रयोगः न भवति, द्वितीया विभक्तिः एव भवति। अधिवसति, अधितिष्ठति, अभितः परितः उभयतः विना भवति चेत् अत्र द्वितीया विभक्ति रूपे एव भवति। So these words will always take द्वितीया विभक्ति रूपम्। तृतीया विभक्तिः यत्र करणं भवति आङ्ग्लभाषायां by with, I go to school by car, I eat with my hand, I go with my friend। आङ्ग्लभाषायाम् अत्र instrument, अहं चमसेन खादामि, सह सार्धं साकम् इति पदं यत्र मनुष्यरूपं भवति तत्रैव भवति। So you don't say aham chamasena sah kadami. We don't say that. Aham chamasena kadami kintu aham mitrena sah gacchami. Manushyena sah atra kriya bhavati chet sah prayogah bhavati. So only if there is a human involved, along with, going with, doing with, playing with. Aham kandukena kridami. Kandukena saha iti na bhavati. I am not playing, there is no, it is not that I am playing with the ball is playing with me. I am just playing with the ball. Kintu aham mitrena saha kridami. I am playing with the friend is also playing with me. Saha sardham sakam iti prayogah manushya roopam asti chet eva bhavati. Made with mala pushpaihi bhavati. Vastu asti, vastuni prayujya अत्र निर्माणं भवति चेत् तृतीया विभक्ति रूपं भवति। यत्र माला पुष्पैः भवति, मुक्ताभिः भवति, मेड ऑफ पर्ल्स। ऑफ इति पदम् अस्ति और मेड विथ पर्ल्स इति मनसि स्थापयतु। यत्र कारणम् अस्ति, रामस्य प्रत्यागमनेन जनाः सन्तोषम् अनुभवन्ति। रामः अयोध्या नगरं प्रत्यागच्छति, that is the reason, तदर्थं जनाः सन्तोषम् अनुभवन्ति। विना इति पदमस्ति चेत् द्वितीया तृतीया पञ्चमी रूपम् अपि भवितुम् अर्हन्ति। अत्र मीनाः जलेन विना न जीवन्ति, जलं विना न जीवन्ति, जलात् विना न जीवन्ति। शुद्धमेव। अड्वर्बियल्, क्रियापदस्य वर्णनं कथं भवति? शशकः वेगेन धावति, कूर्मः मन्दं चलति। क्रियापदस्य वर्णनं यत्र भवति तत्र तृतीया विभक्ति रूपं भवति। Bina iti padam can come in second, third or fifth. Maya uktam purvam. It is equally right to use in all vibhakti. Satyam. Atra मीनाः जलेन प्रथमं द्वितीया विभक्ति रूपं प्रयुज्य अहं वदामि। मीनाः जलं विना न जीवन्ति, मीनाः जलेन विना न जीवन्ति, मीनाः जलात् विना न जीवन्ति। वाक्यत्रयम् अत्र शुद्धमेव। परस्मैपदी आत्मनेपदी धातवः अत्र भिन्नरूपं भवति। कानिचन केचन धातवः परस्मैपदी रूपं प्राप्नुवन्ति, केचन धातवः आत्मनेपदी रूपं प्राप्नुवन्ति। अन्य केचन परस्मैपदी आत्मनेपदी रूपद्वयं प्राप्नुवन्ति, उभयपदी। अनन्तरं पश्यामः। We will see that I have a slide for that. प्रवेशस्तरे तृतीया विभक्तौ एव विना दत्तम इति मन्ये. I think in this level only vina is given only in tritiya vibhakti. I think, sorry if I confused you. Chaturthi vibhakti मनसि स्थापयतु. यत्र दानक्रिया भवति, यः दानं स्वीकरोति सः चतुर्थी विभक्तौ भवति. सः प्राप्नोति. So सः सा, whoever. So whoever is receiving the danam will take chaturthi. Atra kleshah bhavati, doshah bhavati eva. We usually make a mistake in this. Shabari Ramaya phalani dattavati. So Shabari gave fruits to Rama. Yatra danakriya bhavati, yah danam prapnoti. The person who is getting the danam will be in chaturthi vibhakti. Shabari is the person who is giving. Ramaha swikaroti. Phalani swikaroti. So Rama will get chaturthi vibhakti. Yatra karanam. What is the reason? Kimartam iti prashnasya uttaram chaturthi vibhaktau bhavitum arhati. Aham pathanaya Pustakalayam gacchami. I go to library. Why do I go to library? Kimartam aham gacchami? Aham pathanartam gacchami. Pathanartam api shuddhamasti. Pathanaya api samyak eva. Yatra parivartanam bhavati aishwaryam ahankaraya bhavati. Asmakam samipe adhikadhikam aishwaryam asti chet अत्र ऐश्वर्यस्य रूपम् अहङ्काररूपेण परिवर्तनं भवति. ऐश्वर्यम् अहङ्काराय भवति. ऐश्वर्यम् अस्ति चेत् अस्माकं मनसि अहङ्कारं भवति. यत्र दुष्टभावाः सन्ति, एङ्गर्, हेट्रेड्, जेलसी, दुर्योधनः भीमाय कुप्यति, असूयति, क्रुध्यति, सूयति तदेव. रुच् धातु यत्र अस्ति. इच्छति इति पदं न, रुच् धातु एव. द्रुह्यति. धन्यवादः भगिनी. I was trying to get the fourth one. बालिकायै मधुरं रोचते. The girl likes sweets or sweet. So बालिकायै इति चतुर्थी विभक्तौ भवति. मधुरं रोचते. रुच् धातु अत्र मधुरम् इति पदस्य सम्बन्धः भवति. So मधुरं रोचते, मधुराणि रोचन्ते. If the girl likes sweets, it will go बालिकायै मधुराणि रोचन्ते. The ruch dhatu goes with the object that is being liked. The person who likes it. Yah madhuram ichchati saha chaturthi vibhaktim prapnoti. Namah, swasti, swada, swaha. Etani padani vakeshu santi ched atra nama chaturthi vibhakto bhavati. Asmabhihi jnatam puja samaye Ganeshaya namaha, Saraswatyai namaha, Lakshmyai namaha, Shivaya namaha. Gamanakriya asti ched dvitiya vibhaktau athava chaturthi vibhaktau bhavitum arhati. Mitram nagaram gacchati, mitram nagaraya gacchati. Dvayam api shuddhameva. Panchami vibhaktihi apadana kriya from iti Angila bhashayam bhavati. Anjaneyah Ramat anguliyakam svikaroti prapnoti. Yatra bhayam asti sarvada yah yasmat bhayam anubhutam tat padam panchami vibhakto bhavati. So whatever we fear from, that will get Panchami vibhakti. Harinah simhat bhitah anubhavati. Simhat bhitah trasyati bibheti. Atra bibheti iti binna roopam asti. It doesn't go as bibheti, bibhetah, bhibanti. It is a different kind of declension. But for now, bidhatu asti ched, it will be Panchami vibhakti. Purvah parah, before and after. Lakshmanah Ramat parah. Ramah Lakshmanat Purvah. यत्र गुणस्य कंपैरिजन भवति, अत्र अतिशयोक्तिः भवति। पंचमी विभक्ति रूपं महाभारतं रामायणात् विस्तृतम् अस्ति, इट इज वास्ट और वॉल्यूमिनस देन रामायणम्। कारणं किम् इति प्रश्नः भवति चेत् बालकः आलस्यात् न पठति, he is not studying because of laziness। बहिः इति पदम् अस्ति चेत् पंचमी विभक्तिः। ग्रामात् बहिः नदी अस्ति, गृहात् बहिः एकः विशालः वृक्षः अस्ति, विद्यालयात् बहिः विशालं क्रीडाङ्गणम् अस्ति। तः प्रयोगः समानं भवति रामतः, सीतातः, यानतः, नदीतः। महिलाः नदीतः जलं आनयन्ति, the women bring water from the river। महिलाः नदीतः जलम् आनयन्ति, पंचमी विभक्तिः। बहु सरलमस्ति। षष्ठी विभक्ति प्रयोगः यत्र ऑफ और apostrophe s, रामास् और ऑफ रामा। रामस्य पिता दशरथः, दशरथस्य पुत्रः रामः, रामस्य माता कौसल्या, कौसल्यायाः पुत्रः रामः। यत्र बिलोंगिंग, मम समीपे धनमस्ति, मम समीपे व्याकरणपुस्तकम् अस्ति, एतत् कृष्णस्य पुस्तकम् अस्ति। अमोंग, पांडवानां युधिष्ठिरः ज्येष्ठः, अमोंग द पांडवास् युधिष्ठिरः ज्येष्ठः। अत्र षष्ठी विभक्ति रूपम् अथवा सप्तमी विभक्ति रूपं, पांडवेषु युधिष्ठिरः ज्येष्ठः, तदपि शुद्धमेव। यू कैन राइट इट इन ईदर सिक्स्थ और सेवेंथ। यत्र पोजिशन, प्लेसमेंट, द्वितीया विभक्तौ अस्माभिः इदानीमेव दृष्टम्। अत्र परितः, उभयतः इति पदानि सन्ति। एतानि पदानि सर्वदा द्वितीया विभक्तौ एव भवन्ति, किन्तु अन्यपदानि अधः, उपरि, दक्षिणतः, वामतः, एतानि पदानि षष्ठी विभक्तौ भवन्ति। वृक्षस्य अधः, उत्पीठिकायाः उपरि, मम दक्षिणतः, शिवस्य वामतः। अधिकरणं सप्तमी विभक्तिः। पुस्तकम् उत्पीठिकायाम् अस्ति। सर्वदा लता शब्दः अस्ति, आकारान्त स्त्रीलिङ्गः लता अथवा रमा शब्दः अस्ति। अत्र क्लेशः भवति, how much ever we practice that saptami vibhakti rupam, when it comes to strilinga pada, we tend to say utpitike. So place one in your mind, latayam, utpitikayam, kapatikayam. Saptami vibhakti for strilinga pada is extremely prone to mistake. How much ever we study, when we write that similar, another one is panchami, utpitikayat, we will write as it there. So these two are very prone to mistakes. So keep this in mind. Latayaha, latayam, utpitikayaha, nadyaha, nadyam. So keep this in mind. This is something which, subconsciously, sometimes it just comes out as the Rama Shabda. So it will be, we'll write it as Ramat, Rame, Utpitike or Utpitikat. This is very, very common mistake that is made even after you progress through staras. This is something that people are very prone to making mistake. Kutra iti padam. प्रश्नवाचक शब्दः कुत्र अस्ति, फलं वृक्षे अस्ति, कदा, समयः, समयवर्णनं, सः पञ्चवादने उत्तिष्ठति, मन्दिरं गच्छति। स्निह् धातु भवति चेत् लक्ष्मणः रामे स्निह्यति। यत्र अन्य भावाः, आसक्तिः, प्रीतिः, प्रियः, these emotions अत्र भावाः भवन्ति चेत् सप्तमी विभक्तौ भवति। यथा पूर्वमेव मया उक्तम् अमोङ्ग् इति पदं सप्तमी विभक्तिः अथवा षष्ठी विभक्तिः प्राप्तुं शक्यते, 7th or 6th। अत्र पूर्वम् अनन्तरम् अस्ति चेत् अत्र पश्यतु, सा देवस्य पूजनात् पूर्वं, पूर्वम् इति पदम् अस्ति चेत् पंचमी विभक्ति रूपं भवति। पूजनम् इति विभज्य प्रयोगः। सो खादति खादनं करोति, पठति पठनं करोति, गच्छति गमनं करोति। सो द विभज्य प्रयोगं धातोः विभज्यनं, सो द स्प्लिट पाण्डवेषु पाण्डवानां समानमेव भवति भगिनि। सो among the Pandavas, Angila Bhashayam, among the Pandavas, Yudhishthira is the eldest. So that among the Pandavas, you can write it as Pandavanam athava Pandaveshu. You can write it either in 6th or you can write it in 7th. पाण्डवेषु सहदेवः कनिष्ठः, पाण्डवानां सहदेवः कनिष्ठः, समानं भवति। पूर्वम् अनन्तरम् अत्र पूजनात् खादनात् इति विभज्य प्रयोगः। पूर्वं पंचमी विभक्तौ भवति, अनन्तरं षष्ठी विभक्तौ भवति। वाक्यम् अत्र कथं भवति? सा देवस्य पूजनात् पूर्वं स्नाति, भोजनस्य खादनात् पूर्वं हस्तौ प्रक्षालयति। सः, वाक्यं पश्यतु, सः हस्तयोः प्रक्षालनस्य अनन्तरं भोजनं खादति। समानवाक्यम् एव। He washes hands and then eats, or and then eats after that, or you can say she before eating she washes hands. The sentence conveys the same meaning. Samanam arthameva. Saha bhojanasya kadanaat purvam hastau prakshalayati. सः हस्तयोः, द्वितीया विभक्तिः, क्षम्यतां द्विवचनम् अस्ति खलु, हस्तयोः प्रक्षालनस्य अनन्तरं भोजनं खादति। So you can write the sentence in 2 ways. तवतु प्रत्ययः बहु सरलम् अस्ति, बहु लाभकरं भवति। अत्र आत्मनेपदी धातु अस्ति वा, अत्र परस्मैपदी धातु अस्ति वा, अत्र लकाररूपं किम् इति मनसि स्थापनीयं। किन्तु तवतु प्रत्ययः समानं भवति। पठितवान् वन्दितवान् समानं भवति, पठितवती वन्दितवती। सो इट इज वेरी ईजी। प्रयोगः बहु सरलं भवति। अत्र समानं सूचयति। यथा लङ् लकारः भूतकालं सूचयति, समानमेव तवतु प्रत्ययः भूतकालं सूचयति। वचनलिङ्ग भेदः अस्ति। अत्र एकवचनं वा द्विवचनं वा बहुवचनं वा लिङ्गभेदः अस्ति। लकारमध्ये लिङ्गभेदः नास्ति। रामः गच्छति, सीता अपि गच्छति, किन्तु तवतु प्रत्ययान्ते अत्र रामः गतवान्, सीता गतवती। बालकाः पठितवन्तः, बालिकाः पठितवत्यः समानं भवति। तवतु प्रत्ययान्ते स्त्रीलिङ्गपद रूपं कथं भवति? नदी शब्दवत् भवति। पठितवती, पठितवत्यौ, पठितवत्यः। So in the exam, the common mistake that I have noticed, it would be given balikaha and people would choose patitavantah. So atra lingam kim iti pashyatu. So you need to watch out for whenever it is tavatu pratyayah, you have to watch out for the lingam. There, of course, vachanam api asti. Balika patitavati, balike patitavatyau, balikaha patitavatyah. So you have to look at the lingam and vachanam. Purushabedah nasti. Vayam patitavantah eva. Atra pashyatu vayam apatama. We studied. किन्तु तवतु प्रत्ययान्ते वयम् अपि पठितवन्तः एव. वयं सर्वे पुरुषाः सन्ति चेत्, महिलाः सन्ति चेत् वयं पठितवत्यः. If all the women are talking, we all studied or we all went out. Vayam sarve, vayam sarvaha. It's all threes. Then vayam sarvaha gatavatyah. We all went. Chalachitram drashtum. We all went out for a movie, to watch a movie. Patitavan, patitavati, patitavat iti napumsakalinga prayogah. Kritavan, kritavati. Prayah ikarah bhavati. Patitavan, kaditavan, dhavitavan. Kanichana kechana dhatavaha santi yatra dhatuhu katham bhavati atra akarah ऋकारः भवति चेत् कृतवान्, ज्ञातवान्, श्रुतवान्. So you have to look at the dhatu and you will be able to somehow standardize the declension. Patitavan, davitavan, hasitavan. Gai dhatu asti chet geetavan. So most of the standard ones are okay. Asmakam PDF pashyatu. I have given most of the commonly used dhatus there. त्वा प्रत्ययः अत्र कार्यद्वयं भवति. यत् कार्यं पूरयित्वा अनन्तरम् अन्यकार्यं भवति, त्वा प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः अत्र भवति. क्रियाद्वयम् अस्ति. यत् कार्यं समाप्तं त्वा प्रत्ययान्तम् उपयुज्य वाक्यनिर्माणं भवति. द्वितीय क्रियापदं कथं भवति? लकारे अथवा प्रत्ययान्ते भवति. त्वा प्रत्ययान्तमपि अव्ययपदमेव. अत्र भेदः नास्ति. लिङ्ग वचन विभक्ति भेदः नास्ति. डिक्लेन्शन् कथं भवति? धातुः अधिकम् इकारः त्वा पठित्वा, अथवा धातुः अधिकं त्वा कृत्वा, श्रुत्वा, ज्ञात्वा. उपसर्गः अस्ति चेत् त्वा प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः न भवति, किन्तु अत्र यप् अथवा लबन्त प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः भवति. So this is a common mistake. आगच्छति इति पदम् अस्ति चेत् आगत्वा इति न भवति. आ इति अत्र उपसर्गः, प्रिफिक्स् अस्ति चेत् त्वा प्रत्ययस्य प्रयोगः न भवति. मनसि स्थापयतु. There will be one question that will be little tricky for us to choose. अत्र नी धातु नयति अस्ति चेत् नीत्वा, किन्तु आनयति अस्ति चेत् आनीय इति लेखनीयम्. उपसर्गः अस्ति चेत् समान नियमाः, किन्तु त्वा प्रत्ययान्तः न भवति. तस्मिन् स्थले लबन्त प्रत्ययः ल्यप् प्रत्ययान्तः भवति. तुमुन् प्रत्ययः. कारणं किम्? रीजन्. किमर्थं भवती कार्यं करोति? I go to school to study. अहं पठितुं विद्यालयं गच्छामि. तुमुन् प्रत्ययान्तः अपि अव्ययपदम् एव. समानम् इकारः पठितुं, गन्तुं, हसितुं, धावितुं, खादितुं, अथवा धातुः अधिकं तुं, धातुं, ज्ञातुं. श्रु धातु अस्ति चेत् ओकारः भवति, श्रोतुं. वाच आउट फॉर दीस् धातुस्. परीक्षायां मध्ये अत्र परीक्षायां किं भवति? वाक्यं दत्वा pratyayantam chinotu. I think they will give a sentence and you'll have to pick the right pratyayantah. So you translate the sentence. Aham patham patitva pariksham lekitum gacchami. You have to first complete studying and then only you can go and write. You cannot say aham patham patitum pariksha pariksham lekitum gacchami. You don't go to the pariksha and then study. So try translating the sentence to understand atra tva pratyayah bhavati va. Whether you it will be an action that has to be completed. I think Prabha Bagni had asked in the class Varge Sa Prishtavati. Sometimes it can be both. You can say you do this and then do something else, or you do this to do something else. So it is very contextual. But Pravesha Madhye Tadrisha Prashnaha na bhavati. Usually it will be very very clear. No, eat and read iti na bhavati kalu. So aham kaditum pathami. No, this sentence can never have no, eat and read can be you finish eating and then read only. So, but there can be certain places where you complete this and do something else, or you do this to complete that. Few sentences can come that way, but not in the examples given. Dayabagni saying, Bhojanam kaditva hastam prakshalayatu. Hastam prakshalya bhojanam. Bhojanam kaditu, you wash your hands in order to eat. I think that's kind of okay. Hastau prakshalya bhojanam kadatu. So wash your hands and then eat. I think that's okay. Vibhajya prayogaha atra pathati ekanimsham. क्षम्यताम्. अत्र विभज्य प्रयोगः पठति पठनं करोति पूजयति देवं पूजयति देवस्य पूजनं करोति अथवा देवस्य पूजां करोति द्वयमपि शुद्धमेव. अव्ययपदानि यत्र लिङ्गवचन विभक्ति भेदः नास्ति. च न मा अपि पुनः यत्र तत्र alam, all these are avyaya padas. Atra yugala avyayah. So the pair of avyayas yada tada nishchayena parikshayam prashnaha bhavanti. Definitely there will be questions of these pair of avyayas. Yada tada chet no chet yadi tarhi yavat tavat यथा तथा यद्यपि तथापि अत्र यदा तदा यदि तर्हि. So generally there is a confusion that happens. So an event that is definitely like to happen, it will be when then. यदा वसन्तकालः भवति कोकिलः कूजति. There in due course in a year vasantakalam will definitely come. So it will be yada tada there. Yadi tarhi will be yadi mama mata mandiram gacchati tarhi ahamapi taya saha gacchami. If she goes to temple, mother might go to temple, might not go to temple. So atra yada tada yadi tarhi. This prayogaha, usually this is confusing for me. I find it a bit challenging. You mean Prabhapagni, the yada tada yadi tarhi? Is that what you're saying? So if parikshayam, if two fit, right? See which one will definitely happen, right? Certain incidents are definitely like to happen. So those will take yada tada. When the sun rises, yada, so for example, sun rising, sun setting. So these are events which Surya Astamanam, Chandrasya Udayah. So all these events are bound to happen. So the events which definitely happen will fall under the yada tada category. Yadi tarhi will be might come, might not come. If I go to India, right, there are people who have not come to India from foreign country for 20 years. So if I go to India, I will go to my native place. Then I will go to my native place, right? So the events, the most likely these nature related events. So those events, phenomenons, right? Those will be yada tada. Yadi tarhi will be, I might, but a temple is never a compulsion in life, right? So those will be yadi tarhi. So see which one. Yada vasantakalaha bhavati in a year. Definitely vasantakala will come. Spring season will be there. So that will take yada. Yada vasantakalaha bhavishyati tada kokilaha pujati. The cuckoo sings or coots. Is it better now, Prabhapagni? Yada Suryasya Udayah Bhavati tada aham yogabhyasam karomi. Vrishtihi bhavati chet mayuraha nrityati. Correct. So you can never say yadi, right? You can never say yadi Suryasya Udayah Bhavati. If the sun rises, right? It is always when the sun rises. Correct. Sun rising is bound to happen. Of course, if you live in a country where the sunrise doesn't happen 7 months a year, which is an exception. Chet, no chet. If only yadi tarhi is given, then that is fine. If there are two sentences where either yada tada or yadi tarhi can fit, then the definite event will take yada tada, the doubtful event will take yadi tarhi. Chet, no chet. I'm trying to think of a sentence. So if I study well, I will get good marks. If not, I will not. So chet, no chet will be the second half will always be the negation of the first. So that is the clue for chet, no chet. Prathama pade yat varnitam dvitiya pade viloma rupena bhavati. Pita agacchati chet aham mandiram gacchami. No chet grihe eva upavishami. If the father comes, I will go to the temple. If not, it will be an inference or a result which is opposite to what is there in the first half of the sentence. Jayanti Bhagini, Havagatam va? So no chet will have opposite effects. If he comes, I will eat. If not, I will sleep. Srividya Bhagini, if leave, if it is a holiday, come home. Viramaha asti chet griham agachatu. No chet vidyalayam gachatu. Right? Viramaha asti chet griham agachatu. If it is a holiday, come home. Yeah, so if there is leave, come home. That doesn't have no chet at all there, right? It has only if. If not is not there. If not, go to school. It needs to have if not, go to school. Viramaha asti chet mama griham agachatu. No chet vidyalayam gachatu. Correct. Correct. Yavat tavat. Yavat tavat is as long as, to an extent. Yavat putraha kadati tavat putri na kadati. It can also mean yavat Himalaya parvataha asti tavat sanatana dharmaha api tishtati. Right? As long as Himalayas is there, our sanatana dharmaha will be there. It can also mean as much as my son eats, my daughter doesn't eat. So that will be yavat tavat. Yadyapi tathapi will be, even though I studied well, I still did not do well in the exam. Yadyapi maya prayatnaha kritaha tathapi maya uttama ankaha na praptaha. Sorry, I've used karmani prayoga. It comes more naturally to me. Yadyapi saha samyak gayati tathapi paritoshikam na praptavati. Even though she sang well, she sings well, she did not get a prize. Adya yadyapi aham panchavadane eva uttishtati sma tathapi aham yogabhyasam na kritavati. Mandiram, even though I woke up early, I did not do yoga abhyasam. I did not go to the temple. Yadyapi mama arogyam samyak nasti tathapi pariksha krite aham prayatnam kritavati. Astu. Upasargaः द्विविंशतिः उपसर्गाः सन्ति. अत्र उपसर्गः कथं भवन्ति? आगच्छति आगच्छति. अर्थ परिवर्तनं भवति, समान अर्थः भवति. अर्थस्य एन्फोर्समेंट अत्र भवति, where you give a strong meaning. प्रहसति means उच्चैः हसति इति अर्थः. एकनिमिषम्. विलोमपदं गच्छति आगच्छति नयति आनयति. अत्र आत्मनेपदिरूपं परस्मैपदिरूपं प्राप्नोति अथवा न आवश्यकं. पठतु. अत्र अर्थः कः इति अवगतम् आवश्यकं भगिनि. You need to know at least a few, so that if they say gachati agachati nayati anayati, if they say something like that, you'll be able to read it. Usually not too much focus is given here. Sapta kakaraha 5 marks assured for this one. Kim, kutra, kati, kada, kutah, katham, kimartam. Bhavatah nama kim, bhavati kutra vasati, bhavatyaha grihe kati janaha santi, bhavati kada uttishtati, bhavati kutah griham agacchati, bhavati katham pariksham likhitavati, bhavati kimartam mandiram gacchati. So these are the saptakakaraha you will definitely have. So samay stalam asti chet kutra, sankhya asti chet kati, samayah asti chet kada, kutah from where iti arthah bhavati chet from where. How did you study? How did you do? How was the function? How are you? Atra katham. Karanam kim iti prashnah asti chet kimartam. Kanichana udaharanani dasha kati sayam atra samayah tadartam kada. Samyak, how did you write? Katham. Why? Pathanartam. Kimartam. Vidyalayam. So where is she going? Place. Sthalam asti. Kutra. Videshatah athava videshat. Kutah athava kasmat. Sma prayogah lat lakara rupam स्वीकृत्य अत्र स्म इति भवति. अपठत् पठति स्म, अवन्दन्त वन्दते स्म, वन्दते वन्देते वन्दन्ते. अत्र लट् लकार रूपं स्वीकृत्य स्म इति पदं योजनीयम्. धातवः परस्मैपदी, आत्मनेपदी, उभयपदी. Parasmaipadi sarvada, it will be for like others. Atmanepadi is usually self or something that is done by oneself. Ubhayapadi, where it is both. So how this declension happens, it is just defined. Path dhatu asti chet parasmaipadi dhatuhu eva. Vand dhatu atmanepadi dhatuhu eva. उभयपदी धातु समानं भवति. अत्र परस्मैपदी अथवा आत्मनेपदी भवति. पच् धातु उभयपदी अस्ति. पचते पचति द्वयमपि शुद्धमेव. स्म प्रयोगः रूपद्वय प्राप्नोति. सत्यं प्रभा भगिनी. किन्तु अस्माकं स्तरे पचति करोति इति एव, कुरुते इति वयं न वदामः खलु. So at this level, we know only pachati, yachate iti atmanepadi rupam. We know. Kintu atra pach kru asti chet, we only know it as pachati karoti. So as now I would just stick to that. Kintu atra doshaha nasti. Pachati, pachate sma, samaname. Dhatavaha atra sakarmakah akarmakah. Karmapadam bhavati va na va. Path dhatu asti chet, we will definitely study something. We will go somewhere. We will drink something. We bow down or pray to someone. So these are sakarmaka dhatuhu. Akarmakah yatra karmapadam nasti. Hasanam, dhavanam. Atra karmapadam na avashyakam. Yatra karmapadam na avashyakam. Akarmakah dhatuhu iti uchyate. Prayogaha kartari karmani bhave. Kartari prayogaha active voice. Yatra kartrupadam pradhanam bhavati. Kartrupadam prathama vibhaktau bhavati. Balakaha patham pathati. Karmani padam agre parichayasthare patishyamaha. Karmani prayogaha karmapadam pradhanam bhavati. Karmapadam prathama vibhakti rupam prapnoti. Balakena pataha patyate. Patyate iti karmani prayoga rupam. Bhave yatra it is impersonal. Balakena kampyate. Usually the akarmakah dhatavaha will take this form. स्थीयते. पंचम अक्षर नियमः यत्र अनुस्वारः अस्ति अनुस्वारस्य अनन्तरं वर्गीयव्यञ्जनं भवति चेत् तत्तत् वर्गस्य पंचम अक्षरम् अत्र भवति. कं प्लस् कणं कंकणं, गम प्लस् गा गंगा, सम प्लस् चिका चकार अत्र भवति तदर्थं संचिका. च च ज झ ञ सो संचिका. कंटकं कंकणम्, अन्तः संधिः अम्बा, संकरः संकरः. All these would be पंचम अक्षर नियमः. संख्या संख्या पठतु. संख्या, they will give a number and they will ask you to write. यत्र संख्या द्वयम् अस्ति क्लेशः भवति. It is different from how it is in English. अत्र पश्यतु 21 आङ्ग्लभाषायां 2121 is what we write. Sanskrit भाषायां एकविंशति 120, right? So we write it the other way around. So whatever the way I did it when I was in Pravesha, whatever this is, I will write that first. So this is 2. So 20. So vimshatihi, trimshat, chatvarimshat, panchashat. Write that first and then take this number and write here. Eka, dva, trayo, chatur. There are exceptions. I hope you have noted that down. Yatra ashta bhavati, ashta bhavati, chatur bhavati, chatus bhavati, shodasha, shannavatihi. So these are yatra tri bhavati, yatra trayo bhavati, traya bhavati. So dvi, dva. These are the ones which are little tricky. If you put a table, I don't know if I have, I'll see if I can find my Pravesha notebook. I had done a table and noted down the rare ones. Now I know because of Sandhi. I know it comes this way. It is where it becomes dwa and where it becomes dvi, I know, or dvaya because of Sandhi rule that I have learnt in the further staras. But here you just have to by heart. We can actually quickly go through where we come from back. Shatam, navanavatihi, ashtanavatihi, saptanavatihi, shannavatihi, panchanavatihi, chatur navatihi. So usually it is chatur, 3 dvi. After 50, I think it becomes 3 and dvi. Dvi navatihi, 3 navatihi, eka navatihi, easy. Eka ashitihi becomes ekashitihi. Dvi plus ashitihi, dvayashitihi. There is a sandhi that has happened there. 3 plus ashitihi, trayashitihi. Again, chaturashitihi. Panchashitihi. Shad ashitihi, shadashitihi. Sapta ashitihi. So this ashitihi is a unique one. Ashta plus ashitihi, ashtashitihi. Navashitihi, navatihi, which is 90. Eka, dvi, tri, sakaraha bhavati, so it becomes is. Chatus saptatihi. Pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, ashitihi. Eka, dvi, tri, chatush, you can write chatush shashtihi also, but they have given chatuhu shashtihi. Pancha shashtihi, shat shashtihi, sapta, ashta, nava. Eka, dvi, tri, punah chatuhu, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, shashtihi. Eka, dvi, tri, it is chakaraha, so it becomes chatush. You can also write chatuhu chatvarimshas. That is also correct. It will be accepted because here the sandhi has happened. If you write without sandhi, that is also correct. Chatuhu chatvarimshat is also correct. Pancha, shat, sapta, ashta, nava, panchashat. Before this, eka, dva, traya, chatu, trimshat, takaraha asti, so everything is chatus trimshat, pancha, shat, sapta, ashta. Until 50, you will see dirgha. अष्टादश, अष्टाविंशतिः, अष्टात्रिंशत्, अष्टचत्वारिंशत्, I think it stops at 40. नवचत्वारिंशत्, एकदवात्रयो, चतुर्, पञ्च, षट्, सप्त, अष्ट, नव. I wouldn't waste too much time in this, but definitely know the multiples of 10. Definitely don't make a mistake in flipping. When it is 21, I think 20 is easy. When it is 31, right? We should not write it the other way around. Or if 31 is given and they ask you to write, should not write trayodasha. Should write trimshat first and then write ekam. So that is the right way to practice it. Whatever the first number is, prathamam tam sankhyam likatu. Atra trimshat, 30, trimshat. Anantaram eka, dva, traya. You can write that later. Samaptamiti manye. Prashnaha santi va? Do you have any questions? It's been a very productive learning journey, because when I taught Pravesha, I had studied only Pravesha at that level. I was studying Parichaya while I taught Pravesha. So my knowledge was very, very limited, and I could only answer what was given in the book, what was explained, what I knew, the limited. Even today, I know only limited, but whatever limited I knew, that is all I could teach for the bunch of friends for whom I did the first batch. But now I think for me personally, the context of what is given is a little more expansive than what it was then. I think personally for me, that was the difference.
Namaskaram.
Namaste, Bharati.
I have a few questions. Like in past tense, in Parasmaipadi, Madhyam Purush Bahuvachan is like Pat is Apatata, and Atmanepadi is Avandata in the Pratham Purush Ekvachan. So for that, we'll have to remember whether it is Parasmaipadi and Atmanepadi. No, otherwise these two are sort of the same. It's written in the same.
So at this level, typically they will test you only in Parasmaipadi.
Acha, okay.
Most of the question, if you have, I think anybody who has worked out the papers can confirm. At this level, 95% of the questions are
Parasmaipadi.
Parasmaipadi, correct.
Then the second question is, we use the fourth Chaturthi Vibhakti for anger, hatred, jealousy. Similarly, can it be for positive qualities also? Like the mother loves the boy. So
Snikhyate will be 7th.
Only in 7th. So
at this level, what I would do is whatever dhatu is given under that particular, I would just remember that, right? If it is snikh dhatu, it is 7th. If it is krud dhatu, it is 4th, right? There are a bunch of other emotions. Not all emotions would come under 4th. Not all the positive, the Vishwasiti, for example, those might come, but there are always exceptions. So there is no general rule. It is very, like for example, liking, the term liking, Angila Bhashayam, Samskrita Bhashayam katham bhavati, ichchati iti bhavati, kintu ichchati iti padam asti chet, chaturthi vibhakto na bhavati. Only if it is rucha dhatu, it comes in chaturthi vibhakti.
Okay.
Aham phalam ichchami eva. I like fruit, right? Kintu mahyam phalam rochate.
Right.
So just stick to whatever dhatu is given in the book and take only that.
Okay.
It is tough to generalize, Bhagini.
Okay, thank you, madam. Then you have given this Bhasha Abhyasam, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So in the 6th one, you have given this Gruhini and Shukra Vasaraha in the bracket. Arambhya Vidyalayasyam Gamishyati. So I had written the 7th Vibhakti, but in your answer you had written the 5th.
Fifth, आरभ्य इति पदम् अस्ति चेत् शुक्रवारात् आरभ्य.
Okay, so it is
आङ्ग्लभाषायां वदतु, she started going to school from Wednesday.
right.
Yeah.
So like this is for the time from when she started. So can we say that the fifth vibhakti is used to show from when it started, like that also?
That's what. So आरभ्य इति पदम् अस्ति चेत् पञ्चमी विभक्तौ भवति. So whenever starting from आरभ्य, starting from. So from is there, so it is panchami vibhakti.
Okay, thank you, madam. And my last question is, in the seventh, shashti vibhakti bahuvachan, sometimes there is no and sometimes there is no. So that follows the natvam.
Not seventh, shashti.
Six.
Six. So it follows the natva niyamah. Correct. So, Ramanam Balakanam.
Right. So by mistake, if we write no instead of no in some fill in the blank, then
they will not cut marks. They will not cut marks at this level.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Rameshu Bhalikas. So for the rule is that akarah bhavati chet, at least for the, so we have done only ajanta shabdaha, right? So the shabda where akaranta, akaranta, ikaranta, rikaranta, right? So when it is these kind of shabdas, only for akaraha you will have su. Everything else is shu. Rameshu, Harishu, Gurushu, Pitrushu, Matrushu. So everything else would be Teshu. So only Lata shabdaha that you have learned will have Dhenu Shu, Mathi Shu. Everything else will be Shu at this level. When you go to Halanta Shabdaha, the next level where it is Marut, Vak, Gunin, Patat, then you will learn little more. Patatsu, Marutsu, it will become Su there. Any other question? Anybody wants to say anything? Share, say, ask.
You?
Namaskara, Bhagini.
Namaskara. I just want to say thank you, Bhagini. This has been a beautiful journey. I started this without knowing much, and I feel like I've progressed enough to make me read sentences and verses. So very grateful for all your help. I just could not have done this without you. So I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for, helping me get along this far.
I know. I remember the first class when you had no clue about Samskrita Aksharam.
Yeah.
And you had to put literally double, triple the effort of people who knew Hindi. Because if you know Hindi, Sanskritam is very close.
Yeah.
So, and every word that you were trying to read, if you go back to class number 4 or 5, when you unmuted and you tried, you would literally read like an LKG child, right? T-H-E, the, B-A-T, bat, right? That's how you were reading. And from there, when you presented Katha and other things where your Vyakaranam got really strong, it just shows there is no substitute for hard work. It's the sankalpa that we take, the determination that we have, and the passion we show towards anything that we undertake in life. And you're a fitting example for that, Bhagini. Very proud
Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for your kind words, Bhagini.
Dhanyavada. Jayanti, Bhagini.
Yeah, even I have to only replicate what she said. It is a very beautiful journey, and you have taken so much pains and made it so easy for us. Of course, whatever we are going to reproduce, I'm not very sure. Whatever we are trying our best to, whatever we have received from you, we'll try to replicate as much as possible. And I hope this journey will continue further.
Definitely should continue, and that is the beauty. The Samskrita Mata will not leave you. I can tell you that much.
Thank you.
Whatever happens, she will hold on to you like a mother to a baby, and she will handhold you and take you until you complete the learning journey. Wonderful, Bhagni. Thanks for all the support. At this point, I want to thank Ganga Bhagni and Daya Bhagni. Oh, they have been such a pillar of support to, creating all the materials and helping with the homework typing and verification, and their turnaround time used to be like so quick, and they all have commitments too. I think Daya Bhagni is also part of another learning group, and I see her post there too. So it's been a pleasure working with them, and I was thinking, if at all I continue Parichaya, will these two continue and handhold me the same way? Because I could just create the question paper and then hand it over to them for them to type, verify, fix, make changes according to what I suggest, and then just work with me. So I really want to thank the two Bhagnis who have been my right and left, Netram for this particular journey. Of course, Indu Bhagni, who has been my student, I think Parichaya, Shiksha, and Kovida. So she's another go-to person. So after they both complete, after I verify, I send it to her, and she does verification to make sure there is no tankana dosham or vyakaranam that I might have missed. And she usually suggests corrections or a better way to word it. I send the question paper also to her, question paper and homework, to make sure that I've asked the question the right way, and a student will be able to grasp what I'm asking, and it's clear. So it's amazing how much they have done for our class, and we all owe it to them. If we have a structured system of documentation that is available today in terms of assessment and homework, and all the vibhakti typing, the lakara typing and everything, thanks to Daya Bhagni and Ganga Bhagni. Sri Vidya Bhagni.
Yeah, I just wanted to echo everyone in the class. I think the confidence that you give to each one of us, even when we make mistake, and making us remember, correct our own mistakes, and the way you work with us to get to the right answer is simply amazing. And I don't think any one of us here would even be thinking about writing an exam so confidently without your teaching, Vani. The clarity in which you come to the class, the way you handhold by giving that step-to-step progression from one vibhakti to another vibhakti, or the homeworks that you share. And I mean, I don't have any words to express how one can even teach this way. I think bloodly and teaching Sanskrit is so much in you that it just reflects in each of our class, and that is the inspiration that we take from you to do the exam well. So hope we just continue this journey, and be your student always in this Sanskrit learning. Thank you, Vani.
Thank you so much, Vidya Bhagni. I think one thing that I've always made sure is that whenever somebody asks a question, I never give out the answer. You can go back to any of the previous recordings. So there's no point in giving out answer. What we need to do is we need to help I keep saying children, help students navigate, right? So if there is a vibhakti table or a lakara table and you have a question, so why is this the answer? So go back to the table, right? If you're not able to remember the table, say it from the beginning. Ramahara. You would see recordings in Kovida where suddenly somebody would have been stuck with like Rama Shabda, right? I don't know what is Rame. Rame is Saptami, and they wouldn't remember. There are a lot of like Jeshta people learning, and I can't imagine how they are managing, with constraints, having issues with their eye, writing, holding book for a very long time. Even small things get challenging as you age. So it's amazing. I've had students who have attended classes from surgery rooms, and I'm not kidding. 85-year-old who had double knee surgery, she attended class from her surgery room while they were doing a prep work. So that is the kind of passion that students have exhibited and the commitment that they have shown. But ultimately, I think we need to help people think. We should not be the one thinking for them. And another thing that I consciously, practice is that if somebody is asking a question, it's simply because they don't know. If somebody is not able to answer, it's simply because they don't know. In Tamil, they'll say, "Vechundeva vancham pandrom." We know we are going to proudly answer, right? And the reason why they are not able to answer is either because they are in a forum and suddenly they get nervous, and we need to take a step back, calm ourselves down, and take a short pause to our thoughts and calm. After getting some calmness, we think and try to get the answer or help them navigate. I think that has been my mantra always, and we are all here to learn. In fact, last Sunday, it was a very interesting experience. Last Sunday, I had gone as an examiner for Maukikam for the Gita track. So if all the other examiners had finished and I was still with a couple of students, and when I walked out, my fellow Adhyapikas were asking, "What were you doing so long?" I said, "Oh, that person did know, the Shabda, but she knew the other Shabda. So I took out the book and I was teaching her how to relate the two Shabdas." So even though I went as an examiner, for me, I felt responsible as a teacher that if I knew an easy way, a simpler way to remember, I can convey that to the student. Marks is one part of it. Of course, I had to grade her and I had to give marks for the way she answered, but then she should walk away with more knowledge coming and participating in a Maukikam and taking something away. So I took the book out and I told her, "See, this is bihi for everything. This is always chi, vachi for everything." I think that is the kind of spirit that a teacher needs to have. It is not about showing the students what they don't know. It is helping them know. So that has always been my mantra, and that is probably why I feel so much warmth from every class I have taught so far. And thank you for mentioning that, Sri Vidya Bhatni, Savitri Bhatni.
Ram Ram Ram.
Namaskara, Mahodaya.
So it was a nice journey, wonderful journey, learning Sanskrit after nearly 40 years. Once again, I took the role of a student, sitting in a classroom, learning, listening, writing, and so on. And I could see the next generation approach in you when you made us, understand things. I have never had a teacher who will make me do that way. I have seen teachers, if we say we don't know, they will move on to the next boy or next girl. But you were not the one to leave us. You made us understand things, and rest assured that we definitely could reproduce that somewhere else also. So that was the kind of approach. And I learned quite a lot of things from you. In fact, I was a trainer myself in my office, and definitely, I had a lot of clues. I thought if I get a chance to be once again to do that role, I would follow yours, because that's excellent. That is excellent. As always, I have been appreciative of all your efforts. I only wish and I pray to Mahapariva that you should continue your efforts in teaching, in making us understand, learn things, newer things to all the coming generations. I wish you all the best, and I thank you. And on behalf of my wife also, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I think you've been very generous in what you have said. Thank you so much. It's all Periva Kripa, and it's not cliche. That's the truth. He was the one who introduced me to this, and I think it's his blessings. Thank you so much. Ganga Bhatni.
Yeah, Ram Ram Bhatni. So actually this whole journey had been very enlightening And I loved changing the, taking up the challenges that you were sending through. So right from the day when you asked me if you have the Sanskrit script on your laptop, and I didn't have, and I was facing problems in downloading, installing. I just took it up because I was like, so almost after a gap of 5 to 6 years, I was getting back to the IT related things. So I just took it back and I was able to do it. And since then, it's never a looking back. It was a beautiful journey to be able to type Sanskrit scripts. And 20 years, I think it's been almost 20 years since I actually sat down to take the study. Okay, so everything. I mean, there's. I think over a period of time, we get into a mode where we are no more students. So the basic concepts of grasping, listening to someone, concentrating, I somewhere was losing it. So, but believe me, your classes have been so interesting, and I have to be always ready that when I'm going to say Ganga Bhagini, and I have to be ready to answer you. So I'm all the time focused, making notes, making sure that I'm ready to answer you.
Right.
So the way you actually conduct the live classes, keeping all the students glued and paying attention, ready with answers and questions, I really appreciate it, Bhagini. I mean, I really appreciate the style with how you have actually kept us together and always on our toes. So and immediately giving us exercises, solutions, so that we immediately are able to practice it and be up to date. So although I was not able to do my revisions as per you had given, but I have that confidence because I have been always in all the classes doing this thing. And this last week is when I'm actually giving my best. The audio recordings, the Ratanam is an amazing way. The way you have actually been giving us various inputs for the last moment revision, my heart goes out to you for the in-depth thinking that has gone behind it in making us do this. And from our part, we really need to do justice to all the effort, and I'll make sure that I make you feel proud. So loads and loads of energy. Thank you so much, Bhagini.
Wonderful to hear, Gangavagni. And that's the thing. And this is the foundation, right? If we miss this thara, the subsequent ones are going to be, you will finish it, right? Most of us will be able to take the exam. We'll be able to crack the exam. We'll be able to get good marks and good distinction class as well. But at the end of the day, it's about learning the language. Exam is one part of it. Marks is another part of it. Getting a certificate is another part of it. But then there is no point in saying I have completed 4 levels in Sanskritam. But if you ask me what is the lakara and how do you convert this into or what is the avyaya padam from this, and I don't know. Or sometimes because this is patrachara dwara Sanskritam, even reading Sanskritam, right, is not practiced. So I'm thinking if we plan to continue in Parichaya, every class we'll have a small paragraph that people can come and read, right? Even today, folks who have, because I also teach shlokas, and there are so many people in shloka group who've completed Kovida, and they don't know the difference between the pronunciation Alpa Pranaha and Mahapranaha because they only know it in writing. They don't know how to communicate or do the right pronunciation. Where do you split? Where is the visargaha? How is the visargaha joined, right? So hopefully we'll have some time to do it. And again, thank you so much for helping out, and the quick turnaround, I would give it to you and that morning, and you would sit that day and you would just give it back to me in no time.
Actually, I'm really honored that you gave me that opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Ganga Bhagini.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Jai Shri Bhagini.
So, Madam, I don't think we can thank you enough. Thank you so much. Firstly, about the classes. Initially, I had just started seeing the YouTube, and then afterwards, you were so encouraging that it really makes a vast difference in the confidence. Like many times, as you said, we know it, but we don't have the confidence to speak out, and we feel very nervous and all that. So and then they was not so much used to raising hands and answering and all. So these classes have helped me to bring that out also, to learn these new technologies. And as a teacher, you are really very, very excellent. You're so encouraging. to learn. When we make mistakes also, you correct it so humbly, and you make us like focus on how we went wrong and all. Really, thank you very much, and may God give you a very long and healthy life so that you can pursue your interests in life. Even I had problem with my sight. I had to undergo eye surgery. So
I remember your message.
thank you very much, madam. It was very, very encouraging.
Thank you so much. Dhanyavadaha. Ram Ram.
Welcome, madam.
Daya Bhagni.
Namaskara. I just, the one thing about trying to say something towards the end is everybody has said whatever I would have wanted to say, and there is frankly nothing new and more that I would want to. I simply echo whatever Ganga Bhagni said and Srividya Bhagni said. Like, I mean, it's just, they all expressed, and I think the same. In this one line, if I have to say, like when I attended the first class, you said have the determination to write the exam. In the last minute, let us see. At that time, there was a mind voice within me which said, that is what you are saying. I'm not going to write the exam, but still it's good to be learning, so let me learn it. And from there to today, I'm just hoping nothing should happen in the last minute, which unforeseeingly stops me. Positively, I will write the exam. That's a big change in the mind shift, mainly because, I am losing confidence in my being able to remember things and learn anything new. In fact, that's exactly why I landed into learning Sanskrit, and that is a big difference now. And whenever you say there were people older than me and who are even sick, ailing, and in hospital, they do that. That makes me feel like, okay, there are so many people who are climbing even with one leg, and I can't even afford to feel defeated, kind of. So thanks for the confidence, and thanks for the positivity, and this one about, you would have repeatedly heard these words of appreciation, your sincerity, the clarity in your pronunciation and teaching, and how meticulous, systematic, and perfectionist you are. All those are things apart from learning Sanskrit. Those are things that I have, thought we should learn from her, like that. So, and the real admiration that I have for this one is something that's I can't express that actually. Thank you so much. And these days, very honestly, I include when I go to, whenever I pray, not just when I go to Kanjipuram, but Periva is one factor that makes me immediately, like when I pray, he is my Kuladaivam for me. So whenever I pray, honestly, I include you in my prayers. Again, that's out of selfishness, because I think, okay, she should be fine, healthy, and her family should be good. She should be happy so that she is able to do more of such service, of which I am a beneficiary. So that way, God bless you. Periva be with you. Thank you so much, and please continue this journey. I would love to be part of it.
Thank you so much for all the support, Daya Bhagni. I think you've been
humbling, please.
I think that I could rely on you and Ganga Bhagni is a huge factor for me. Given that, I have 3 children to support with their schoolwork as well, my office as well. And I was actually unwell last July and August. And I was very worried that whether I'll be able to continue. I had a health setback, and I was wondering, in the Korandehela Nadula Uttuda Poroma, will that happen? And thankfully, whatever challenge I faced, it could be treated at home. I didn't have to undergo a surgery. So now that you mentioned, I think Periva helped there as well. I started in May just so that I can take my time to work and not rush through the syllabus, right? Usually the teaching starts in August. But I consciously started in May because I wanted people to feel comfortable with the language, comfortable with the lipi, and take one's time to learn and assimilate and just enjoy the language more than anything, and not just rush through and complete the syllabus and go write the exam. And yeah, I got I got Vishishta grade, and that definitely wasn't the intake. But then come July, and I fell sick, and when I had to be hospitalized, I was really worried as to whether what will happen if I have to undergo a surgery, and I would have been in like 3 months, 3 to 6 months bed rest. So, but then, Periva Kripa, it turned out that, I didn't have to have surgery. I still went on 6 months of medical leave from work to recover, but I didn't have to stop classes, which was a big blessing. So thank you for all the support that you have given. I know I could rely on you anytime, which is why I think if you notice, after we did like chapter 5 assessment or something, there was a huge break, and then we resumed post Navaratri, I think. So thank you so much for turning around all the documents, working with me, and even with you when you make a mistake, I would generally just tell you which sentence was wrong and then let you figure out what went wrong, right? Because it's very easy to give out the answer rather than helping. When somebody, there's a saying that says, when somebody wants a fish, teach them fishing. Don't give them a net and teach them fishing. Don't fish for them, right? So that is, hopefully with Periva Kripa, we will be able to continue this journey together. Thank you for all the support. Bagni. Komala Bagni.
வணக்கம். நான் உங்களோட இந்த சமஸ்கிருத வகுப்புல படிக்க கிடைச்சத ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா எடுக்கிறேன். நான் உங்களை இன்னும் நல்லா பயன்படுத்தலைன்னு தான் கவலை. உங்களோட டீச்சிங் வே அந்த ஒன்றுமே தெரியாத அந்த லாங்குவேஜ்ல அவ்வளவு விருப்பத்தை வர பண்ணிச்சு. உங்களோட வாழ்க்கைய நான் உங்களோட படிப்பிக்கிற விதத்தை மாத்திரமில்ல, உங்களோட வாழ்க்கை முறையே எனக்கு இந்த படிப்பிக்கிற விதத்துல தெரிஞ்சிச்சு. அந்த எல்லாம் அந்த வைதிக முறைப்படி மாதிரி, அந்த ஸ்பிரிச்சுவல் மைண்டட் மாதிரி எல்லாம் அந்த உதாரணங்கள் அதுகள் எல்லாம் சொல்லிட்டு கூட இந்த கிளாஸ் சமஸ்கிருத வகுப்பு இல்லாம நான் ஒரு சத்சங்கமாயிட்டா எடுத்துக்கொண்டு வந்தேன்னா அந்த விதத்துல அதுவும் என்ன இம்ப்ரெஸ் பண்ணுச்சு. சரியா? ஆனா ஒரே ஒரு ரிக்ரெட் நான் உங்களுக்கு சொல்லணும். என்னன்னா, நான் இந்த கிளாஸ்ல உள்ள மற்ற ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் லெவலுக்கு நான் இன்னும் வரையில. ஆனா உங்களுடைய அந்த இதுகள் எல்லாம் எனக்கு ஆர்கைவ்ஸ் மாதிரி நான் வச்சிருப்பேன். கட்டாயம் எனக்கு எப்ப தேவையோ கட்டாயம் நான் நிச்சயமா ஒரு நாளைக்கு இதுல மாஸ்டர் பண்ணுவேன். நான் இது எல்லாரும் செய்யற மாதிரி நான் அந்த லெவலுக்கு வரையில, ஒரு நாள் வரையில, பட் டெஃபினெட்லி வருவேன். ஏன்னா என்னால எக்ஸாமுக்கு எனக்கு நான் ஸ்ரீலங்கன் எக்ஸாமுக்கு பெர்மிஷன் தரல, புக் எனக்கு அவங்க அனுப்பல, ஒன்றுமே இல்லை. அப்ப முழுக்க நான் உங்களுடையில தான் தங்கி இருந்து படிச்சேன். அப்ப நீங்க கடைசியா தந்த அந்த இதுகள் எல்லாம் அந்த ரெக்கார்டிங் அதை பார்க்க அந்த அவ்வளவு சந்தோஷம். என்னன்னா, அந்த உங்களுக்கு இருக்கிற எல்லாத்தையுமே எங்களுக்கு தந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. அதை நாங்கள் பயன்படுத்தணும். அது நாங்க மாத்திரமில்லை, இன்னும் அடுத்தடுத்த ஜெனரேஷனுக்கும் நீங்க கொடுக்கணும். ஏன்னா சமஸ்கிருதம் தான் எங்களோட பாரம்பரியத்தையும் பண்பாட்டையும் எங்களுக்கு சொல்லிட்டாங்க. நீங்க முதல் சொல்லி இருக்கிறீங்க, இந்த நாங்க பிரதம புருஷன்றதே 3வது ஆளத்தான் சொல்லுதுங்க, எங்களை சொல்லல. அப்ப அப்படி அந்த பரந்த மனப்பான்மையை கொண்டது நீங்க முதல் ஸ்டார்ட்ல சொல்லி இருந்தீங்க. கஷுவலா கரெக்ட், இதுல கரெக்ட். அப்படி எல்லாமே இந்த சமஸ்கிருதத்தின் மேன்மையும் இதையும் நீங்கள் என்ன ரசிக்க வைக்கிறீங்க. அதுதான் நான் இப்ப உங்கள்கிட்ட எடுத்தேன். நான் இன்னும் லாங்குவேஜ்ல மாஸ்டர் பண்ணே இல்லை. இந்த டோட்டலி நான் புதுசு இதுல. அதால எனக்கு அந்த ரசிப்பு தந்தீங்க. அது மாத்திரமில்லை, நான் இந்த லாங்குவேஜ் தமிழ்ன்றதால நான் கணக்கு பங்கு கொள்ள எனக்கு ஒரு தயக்கங்கள் இருந்தது. அந்த தயக்கங்களையும் நீங்க தான் வெளியில எடுத்தீங்க. அதுல சொல்லுங்க, செய்யுங்க, கதையை சொல்லுங்க, அதை சொல்லுங்க, இதை சொல்லுங்க, என்னை மோட்டிவேட் பண்ணினது நீங்கள். நான் நிச்சயமாக உங்களோட பயணிக்க விரும்புறேன். ஆனா உங்களோட எதிர்பார்ப்புக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி நிச்சயம் இன்றைக்கு வரையில, நான் நிச்சயமா ஒரு நாளைக்கு வருவேன். அதுக்கு கடவுளுடைய அருளும் இருக்கும், உங்களோட வாழ்த்துக்களும் எனக்கு கிடைக்கும் என்று நம்புறேன். அது மாத்திரமில்லை, உங்களோட பயணம் அந்த ஆன்மீக சம்பந்தமானதால எனக்கு அந்த எந்த ஒரு டீச்சரையும் நாடோணும் என்ற ஒரு விருப்பம் இருக்கேன். அதான் எனக்கு அந்த கூட பிடிச்சது. அந்த உங்களோட வே ஆஃப் இது, உங்களோட எல்லா லிங்க்லயும் நான் கஷ்டலா போய் யூடியூப்ல நான் பங்கு கொள்றேன், நான் பாக்குறேன். நான் சின்ன பிள்ளைகளுக்கு படிப்பிக்கிறத, ஐயோ இவங்க ஒரு டீச்சர் ஆகாம ஒரு ஐடி இதா வந்து ஒர்க் பண்றாங்க, அந்த சின்ன பிள்ளைகளுக்கு சொல்றது எல்லாத்தையும் பார்த்துட்டு எனக்கு ஆச்சரியமா இருக்கும். ஐயோ, இந்த சமுதாயம் ஒரு நல்ல டீச்சரை வச்சுட்டு கம்ப்யூட்டரோட இருக்க பண்ணிட்டுதேன்னே நான் கவலைப்பட்டிருக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா உங்களால எத்தனையோ நல்ல ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் உருவாக்கும். ஏன்னா அவ்வளவு அந்த இன்ஸ்பிரேஷன் மாத்திரம், அந்த டேஸ்ட் எங்களுக்கு டேஸ்ட் கிடைக்குது. அந்த டேஸ்ட் அந்த இது ஒவ்வொன்றுல மகத்துவம் விளங்குது. அதான் நான் சொல்ல வந்தது. நான் உங்களுக்கு கணக்கு தெரியாமல் தெரிஞ்சும் ஏதும் நான் உங்களுக்கு இடைஞ்சல்கள் தந்திருக்கலாம் அல்லது கஷ்டங்கள் தந்திருக்கலாம். அதுகளை எல்லாம் மன்னிச்சு கொள்ளுங்க. அந்த சும்மா நாங்க வந்து தேங்க்யூ சொல்றது இது ஒரு நோ யூஸ். நாங்க உண்மையா நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி நாங்க நீங்க படிச்சதை நாங்க வாழ்க்கையில கொண்டு வர்றதுக்கு முயற்சிக்கணும், படிக்கணும், மற்றவைக்கோட அனுசரிச்சு நடக்கிறதுக்கு உங்களுடைய எல்லா யூடியூப் சேனல்களிலையும் நாங்கள் பங்கு கொண்டு நாங்க முன்னேறணும். அது மற்றது இந்த சந்தோஷத்தை நான் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு பிரணாமத்தான் நன்றியை சொல்ல விரும்புகிறேன். வேற என்ன சொல்ல? தேங்க்யூ. தேங்க்யூ வாணிஜி. வேற என்ன சொல்லலாம்?
தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச். உங்களோட த சங்கல்பம் தட் யூ செட், அதாவது நான் கண்டிப்பா வருவேன். இட் இஸ் ஸோ இன்ஸ்பைரிங். அண்ட் ஐ நோ இனிஷியலி வந்து உங்களோட ஸ்லாங் டிஃப்ரெண்ட்டுங்கிறதுனால யூ were hesitant to participate, but the end of the day எனக்கு புரியும். So even if the fellow students who are listening don't understand, I can understand what you're saying, and ultimately that is what is a relationship between a teacher and a student is. And every event or every video that is posted on YouTube, definitely Komala Bagniyoda or a comment or encouraging comment would be there, and looking at the nuances or something that is unique in that video or something that touched her heart, rumba open honest feedback and positive feedback. So Komala Bagniyoda comments usually na Pratigma, I'll go and read. In fact, somebody had, now that you mentioned Armigam, there was one comment in YouTube for one of the classes saying that why all your examples are from Hinduism only, why you can't take example from other religions. I think I responded saying that is all I know. I don't know anything about another religion. This is all I know. Even in this my religion, my knowledge is very limited. So what I know is what I can teach. Why it has to be Rama, Shabari gave fruit to Rama, why it can be somebody gave something else to somebody else in some other religion. So such questions are always there, but I can only teach what I know. What little I know, that is what comes to my mind. My heart is in that, and that is what I do. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was an inappropriate comment, but it was, I think, maybe a genuine question. It could have been from the point that don't make Sanskritam related only to Sanatana Dharma. You can spread worldwide, right? But let's first learn. Let's at least Sanatana Dharmis learn, and then we can think about spreading it across the globe. Thank you so much, Komala Bagni, and I want to connect with you to see how I can get the materials to you and how you can write the exam. Like for example, Prabha Bagni is in US and she's giving her exam online, Samskrita Bharati, I think Dakshina Tamil Nadu. So maybe we can find a way to get the book to you and you can write as well. So I will connect with you, Ning, and message Panungo, and we can figure out how you can take the exam.
Okay, nala. Oh,
thank you, Ji. Ram Ram.
Okay.
Rajalakshmi Bagni.
Thank you, Bagni. Mere thanking is not enough, I know. Hope I'll do justice for whatever you taught us. It's really overwhelming. I just started half-heartedly only. I'm so much involved in this. I'm liking it so much. It's because of your teaching only I've taken interest. As you said, I'm practicing writing and practicing writing and practicing. So much involved in it. I forgot to register for the exam also. I was just interested. Yeah. Only for July I have registered. Okay. Every day, as you said in the initial classes, you used to write and practice. That's what I am doing. I was so much involved in it. Everyone used to make fun of me, but I used to write and practice. My school days are back. That's what I used to think. And apart from this teaching, I wonder how you are multitasking, teaching us, teaching sloka, taking care of the kids. Really, I wonder. It's a lesson to learn from you, that also. And how you patiently correct us when we make mistakes. That also I'm learning, because that also I learned when I teach small kids here for, I take classes for the kids. So I try to be patient with them. That also I learned from you only. Really, mere thanking is not enough. Hope I will do justice for whatever you taught us.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Keep
you, Bhagini.
learning.
Thank you, Bhagini.
Keep learning and continue your journey, Bhagini.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful journey, and for me personally, like I mentioned, because now I'm able to connect with the language even more than what I did when I studied Pravesha for the very first time or taught Pravesha for the very first time. And but I'm still able to understand where the students come from and maintain the level there, because that is one thing that can be extremely overwhelming. For some people, the grasping is different. Some have little bit of Sanskritam knowledge, which they come to the class. But to think that we are teaching somebody who has no clue about Sanskritam, they don't know the Aksharam, they are starting from scratch, they are in LKG month 1, they are in UKG in month 2, they've just graduated to first grade in month 3. So keeping that in mind in every single class, and it's been a blessing from Guru to ensure that I do not cross that line in any class. Should not assume that students know. In fact, I was telling one of my friends the other day that when I studied Pravesha, if my teacher wrote a sentence, I wouldn't be looking at every word, but I would just be listening and grasping. But this set of students were so different that if I had some word there, I'd still remember one of the classes, Prabha Bagni was asking me, I think I had written Dvivachanam, I think. Ramaha Lakshmanaha cha Aranyam or Vanam Gachatah. So she knew Ramaha, she knew Lakshmanaha, she knew Vanam Gachatah is what I was teaching, but she didn't know cha. And then she had raised her hand and she asked, Bagni, I understand the other words. What is the cha there? So then it struck me that cha is a new pada. For a student who has no background in Sanskritam, that cha is a new pada, which seemed very obvious to me. Then I said, oh, cha means and. Rama and Lakshmana went to the forest. So after that, I became very, very cautious about using the padas in the slide to make sure that I don't overwhelm children, overwhelm students. You're all like my children. Overwhelm students when I am, teaching a new topic. So it's been a learning experience for me too, in terms of conveying the topic in a way that reaches, in a way which is understandable, which we can remember, right? Simple things, simple clues that we can give the way I remember. My daughter always says, Amma, you are good at giving clues. So you give me clues. So, and then I will connect it with something that she knows. And then she'll be like, see, I told you, you give good clues. And I have another daughter who will be like, you gave me some clue. I don't remember the clue. Can you tell me the clue? Like, no, that is not the purpose of the clue. So I hope everybody continues your learning journey. I do want to continue with Parichaya. I'm just trying to figure out my work, and my daughters will be in 10th grade. So I want to make sure that if I commit, I'm able to deliver, and you will be able to take the exams in the upcoming chakra, which is will be in July or August of this year. So look for my message, and after you complete your exam, you can probably send me a note through email or through WhatsApp message about how you felt the paper was and how you felt you did. Of course, we don't get individual marks in Uttara Tamil Nadu. We only get our grades, but in general, or something you didn't know in the paper. So from exam point of view, I would just like to mention, make sure you attempt everything. Even if you have choices, you can go ahead and write, say, for example, 5 out of 7, you can write all 7, and that's perfectly okay. Make sure you write neatly, at least with as far as Uttara Tamil Nadu is concerned, about 80% of the answers would be in the question paper itself. So you should be able to complete most of the writing, ticking, match the following, choose the correct answer, all that in the paper itself. And then I think there is 1 or 2 additional sheets which are stuck to the question paper itself, where you can write, I think it is ERC. I graded Pravesha last year. I'm trying to remember. I think make sentences is one. I think we had make sentences, Vakya Nirmanam and Sasandarbha. I think these are the only 2 you'll have to write. So that's just practice writing. At that level, I used to get confused about sh and sh. So where shakaraha is used and where shakaraha is used. So if like Upanishad, that if do you use the sh or sh? So in general, we don't deduct marks for spelling mistake. But if it's completely wrong, then half a point maybe reduced. So practice writing as well. You should. For Pravesha Stara, it shouldn't be a problem. Timing shouldn't be a problem, because lot of it just tick, underline, match, very, very minimal, ekapadena uttaram. I think sentence writing would be the question and answers from the Kavya from the Katha, not Kavya Katha. Kavya Katha is in Parichaya. From the Katha, all the stories have questions and answers that you'll have to write. So practice writing that as well. That's it. I think the universe will conspire to do the right thing for all of us, given the kind of sincerity, the dedication and the hard work we all have put in together as a group. So wishing everybody my best wishes. May Guru's blessings be with each one of you to give your best on the exam day. Thank you all so much for joining, and whether with us or not, please do continue your Sanskritam learning journey, and then may you all reach a stage where you become Sanskritam teachers as well. And if that day comes, feel free to use the materials that we have. You can just quote in the first class saying this is taken from Vani Bagni, so that you do your dharmic part, but feel free to use the materials to teach as well. Thank you so much for joining. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. All the very best for your exam. Enjoy, and just enjoy the language with passion and happiness. Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much. Ram Ram. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Mahaperiyava Sharanam. Jai Jai Shankara. Har Har Shankar.